Hey guys, this is Karan Mirani from MobiScrub and we're here to review the Xiaomi or the Xiaomi MI3. I don't know how you pronounce it, but let's go with MI3 only henceforth. The MI3 is a flagship killer. It is truly a very close competitor to most flagship smartphones out there. It's got Android 4.4.2 KitKat right out of the box. It's powered by a 2.3 GHz quad-core processor with 2 GB of RAM, which is an amazing combination. It comes with a 5-inch Full HD display, which is just brilliant. And even with such a high-end configuration and a large 5-inch phablet size display, it is only 8.1 millimeters thick. That means it is only 0.2 millimeters thicker than the Galaxy S5, and this makes it easy to hold and use using single hand. At the top, you've got a 3.5mm headphone jack and a micro SIM card slot. At the bottom, you have a USB 2.0 data syncing and charging port and a speaker grill. On the right edge, you've got the power and lock key along with the volume rocker, so you can take a screenshot using the volume down button and the power key at the same time. The MI3 features a 13 megapixel camera with dual LED flash, and trust me guys, at this price, this camera is amazing. We'll talk more about the camera and the app in detail later in the video. The entire phone rests in one aluminum magnesium alloy casing. It's far away from the usual plastic that we see in other manufacturers. The entire thing is a unibody casing, so the battery is not removable. The display glass, as you can see, is a little elevated, just as we see in most Nokia Lumia devices. Talking about the display, the screen is 5 inches in size and comes with a high resolution of 1080 pixels by 1920 pixels. That's full HD, guys, so you can play full HD movies and enjoy HD games on this phone easily. It's got Gorilla Glass 3, so that's like the latest and the strongest in the market right now. From device ergonomics perspective, we've got to remember that this is a big phone. But even with a big size, the thin structure makes it somewhat easy to be used by using single hand only. The screen does attract a bit of fingerprints, but again, which phone does not? The rear panel does not get easily smudged by your fingers, but then again, guys, nothing is impossible. You can smudge it using your fingers too. The MI3 comes loaded with Android 4.4.2 KitKat, which is the latest in the market right now. However, it is completely skinned using the MIUI, which is much like the iOS. It does not have an app drawer, so all the apps that you install appear on your home screen, which of course creates quite a bit of clutter if you don't organize stuff into folders. Your apps and widgets can almost mix and make it a little bit confusing. The icons, as you can see, are very different from the usual Android phones that you see. All thanks to the MIUI interface, the icons are new and hence might involve a bit of learning curve for those that are new. At the top, you have the notification panel and also the quick setting toggles menu. You can control most things from here, including brightness, GPS settings, ringer profiles, screen orientation, and so on. But as you jump a little deeper into the settings, you have a complete menu just as you'd see in any other Android phone. So, you can make changes to your display settings, your security settings, your keyboard, language and input settings, notification settings, your accounts. You can manage all of that using the settings panel. Now let's get some first-hand information about this phone right here. So there you go guys, it's running Android 4.4.2 KitKat and you can play around with this a little if that's what makes you happy. The MI3 for its price simply blows my mind when it comes to performance. It's got a 2.3 GHz quad-core processor, which is quite a beast in itself, and a 2 GB RAM, which is just amazing. So your performance is probably the best for a phone that you can get for just Rs 15,000. And I think it's awesome as it is that even the benchmark apps list the MI3 along with other flagship devices. So you can imagine that this performance of MI3 is comparable to devices that cost 3 times its price. That's just mind-blowing, guys. I mean, I'm severely impressed. And I really like giving proofs, and here's another one. I'm playing an HD game called Asphalt 8, which as you can see is running flawlessly. There is no significant heating either, which again is brilliant. So guys, here's a phone that's got a mid-range price, but high-end configuration. What more could you really ask for? And just to reiterate, all of this is on a full HD screen, so you got some really awesome display graphics. Crisp resolution combined with good color reproduction on a big 5-inch screen. You're in some for beautiful display stuff. So I've spoken about most things in the device. What I'm going to do now is come to a bit of UI things in case you're really serious about buying the device. Now you have only home screens to play around with, and you can add apps, create folders, and add widgets. It's mostly like iOS, but with the capability of adding real-time information widgets that update themselves as required. Now widgets to control settings, get weather updates, Facebook or Twitter newsfeed or WhatsApp newsfeed. All of those things, you can simply place them onto your home screen and control these things. Something that I did notice on the negative side was when I was trying to transition the screens very slowly, there was some sort of, frame stuttering or skipping. As you can see, there's some lag. But Nothing that you'll notice if you're regularly using your phone. That's the dialer app, very plain and simple, really nice and big icons. To add widgets, you just pinch and zoom, pinch the screen, and then you get access to all the widgets. You can expand the set of widgets and then just drag and drop it onto the home screen. So that's how you just, it's damn easy. The camera is brilliant. Look at the speed with which the camera app opened. You tap on it and there you go. It's right there. So it's got a 13 megapixel camera. It takes pictures really quickly. It's got digital zoom and there's tap to focus. And again, whether you zoom in, zoom out, the picture taking, the speed with which you can take is amazing. Now you've got a bunch of filters, skin tones, HDR capability. Let me just show you a bunch of filters that are there. So of course, just as with most flagship devices you've seen, there are a lot of color filters like Instagram that come loaded with the device. The MI3 is also capable of full HD video recording at 30 frames per second. You cannot take still shots and you cannot pause while recording. So that's a small flaw or a setback. If you wish to take a screenshot, you just got to press the volume down key and the power key together, and that's it. The image is saved into your gallery, which you can access and edit and share through multiple apps. Talking about editing, there are a bunch of filters, frame options, color options that you can apply to your photos. So for example, here's something that I'm trying. And as you can see, a very regular picture turned out to be really nice after I applied the filter. So here's the gallery, and the best part is that you have access to local images and cloud images. So you can set up your cloud accounts and access your pictures. One of the coolest things about the MI3 is the capability to add multiple themes to your phone. So you can make your phone look different every single day. There are just so many themes available. So you can change your wallpapers, even your icon set changes to match the wallpaper. And I think it's just brilliant, because usually people get bored looking at their phones every day with the same look. You can change it every single day. That's just brilliant. The MI3 does come loaded with a bunch of utility and preloaded apps. Of course, you've got the entire Google suite of applications. So you've got Books, Games, Drive, you've got Hangouts, Google+, Gmail, etc. So guys, I think the device is simply mind-blowing for its price. Nothing, not even phones that cost 20 to 25,000 compared to the MI3, which is just for 15,000 right now at Flipkart. So go ahead and buy it. There is just nothing that can stop you.